What's up? I'm going to talk about salt cravings in this video. Salt craving is something I see all the time. It's kind of interesting that we set these limits of how much salt we should consume, and unfortunately most of us were 3 times over where that daily salt allowance is. But here's the kicker. Not all salt's created equal. Table salt is what we're typically concerned with, sodium chloride, and usually see the word iodized on top of that salt that we eat. That's the processed version of salt. Not many people are kind of getting to the point where they're craving Himalayan pink salt or Himalayan rock salt. So, it kind of is interesting that profile there, right? And interesting, most people have a difference of craving salt. Is it salty food or is it crunchy food that are typically salty? So what are you looking for? Are you truly after your salt, or are you after the crunch to satisfy another emotional thing there with a food craving? So there's 2 different groups of people that have salt cravings. So I see salt cravings every single day. They don't necessarily mean that you have a thyroid issue, but 95% of the time they might mean that you have something, an adrenal issue, an imbalance with a mineral inside your body. Because when your body's stressed, it'll actually send an influx of sodium out to your body to crush the cortisol or stress hormones. So it's kind of interesting to see the body it sends out certain nutrients and it takes certain nutrients away when you go through certain situations. So if you go into a stressful situation already salt deficient, it can definitely worsen, and that's going to create that craving to say, get this back inside your body. Kind of an interesting dynamic there, right? Most of you that crave the crunch of the chips, you have a different profile altogether. So those crunch of the chips are typically looking at essential fatty acids that you're kind of searching for. And the salt is just a pleasurable thing that goes with it. Maybe you don't even interested in the salt in it. You just have the salt by association with your crunchy food. So sometimes it might be an essential fatty acid. So maybe adopting some of those habits from the ketogenic style diet might very well help you. More avocados, nuts, seeds, oils, that kind of stuff. All really good for you foods, right? But interestingly, like I said, 77% of the people that were sampled in the U.S. are over their salt intake, and it's from processed food. So if we can get away from processed food, we probably get our salt intake back down. So salt cravings are an interesting dynamic. A lot of people like the taste of how the salt feels on the tongue. Other people don't. They just eat the food because they know that they need it. So there's the people that are liking, salty water and electrolyte balance and all these different things they're searching for in their food. So again, stress is a big one. One of the things we need to talk about more often, I think, is the stress hormone there. And maybe your salt craving gets crushed if you actually look at adding more of those, broad-based salts like Himalayan rock salts or Celtic sea salts, or things that have more, I guess, mineral profile rather than just sodium and chlorine stuck together with iodine in the middle. So maybe the nutrient deficiency is why you're craving salt. So for a lot of people that I recommend to take salt, I recommend the Himalayan or Celtic sea salts because they are diverse in their mineral counts. And again, I'm at the point where I can identify the highs and lows, but to fill those things back in has to come from food. So Celtic and Himalayan pink salts might very well help you solve your salt craving when you're looking for it, maybe not the Lay's potato chips. So look, thanks for tuning in on that one. Hope you found that one educational as well.